Thor's here to stay.
And Rey's story BS?
Yeah,
What?
That or more, guys. Movie Minds. Hey, guys, this is Ish.
And this is Ant.
And we're Movie Minds, where we keep you up to date with all the movie news and reviews and some shows.
Please follow us on all our social media platforms, guys. We appreciate all the likes. We appreciate all the comments, all the subscriptions, guys. We really, really love you guys. Thank you guys for watching us. And we're going to get right into it.
Yes, let's go into Worthy Mentions.
So, big news in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, man. Crazy news, actually. Great news for Jonathan Majors, the guy that plays the main protagonist there on Lovecraft Country on HBO Max. I love the show.
Check it out, by the way. It's pretty good. We haven't talked about it on Stream and Chill, but I've been wanting to.
Very, very good. It seems to be that he is going to be playing the main villain for Ant-Man 3. And it looks like from all the reports is that he's going to be playing, nothing's official yet, but it looks like he'll be playing Kang the Conqueror, the time traveling villain. So that's going to be crazy, don't you think, man?
Yeah, man. It sounds like they've got some plans for this villain because from what I remember in the comics, some comics that I read, but mostly on the animated series that I've watched when I was growing up, he was a big villain. So like Thanos level guy. So
oh, really?
Yeah. So he's a pretty big deal. Time traveling, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm looking forward to that. And other news also, we have Jason Momoa slams Warner Brothers for the Justice League investigation that Ray Fisher had basically said that there were some injustices, some unprofessionalism, and it went down around the whole Black Lives Matter movement as well. And nobody was really paying attention to that at the time when he brought it up. Yeah. But he did bring it up. And so it was against Josh Whedon and the executives of Warner Brother. And Josh Whedon, you know, he directed a bunch of Marvel films that were very, very successful. And so right now, Jason Momoa is coming out basically saying that there were some injustices being done on set and that Ray Fisher isn't lying, basically backing him up. So.
Yeah. So it sounds like there's going to be a lot of drama coming out of these investigations. I know Jason Momoa is an upright dude. He's a bass player like I am. So you know he's legit. I'm just joking. I just found that out that he's a bass player. So that's why I wanted to sneak that in. Anyway, so I'm really looking forward to some info from that. So let's get it done.
Yeah, we will see what happens with that. Yeah. I am looking forward to see what transcends.
Yes. All right, guys, let's go into Hot Tops.
Hot Tops.
Guys, this week we have a lot of news, but we wanted to focus on these two very, very interesting topics. One of the first ones is Chris Hemsworth. It was interviewed just recently, and he was talking about how he's not going anywhere as the character Thor, that he's really looking forward to playing this character one more time in Thor Love and Thunder. Man, what are your thoughts, man? Do you think that this is a good move for Chris as his career moves forward?
I'm super happy that he's not going anywhere. I don't want him to go anywhere. He's my favorite person that didn't die, basically, or that didn't leave the MCU. Yeah. But he said, are you crazy? I'm not going into any retirement, period. Thor is far too young for that. He's only 1,500 years old, he said. It's definitely not a film that I say goodbye to in this brand. At least I hope so. And so he also goes on to mention that this movie is even more fun than Ragnarok. And so that's some heavy stuff right there, because Ragnarok was great. I mean, they got the best reviews out of any Thor, and to be honest, out of almost any MCU film as well. So Avengers. The fact that he's saying that, he says there's going to be a lot of love, a lot of thunder, and a lot of just unpredictabilities, guys. So we are going to see some real big fireworks there. I'm assuming there's going to be some Guardians of the Galaxy in it too as well. That's where we left off. I'm super excited, man. I don't want him to go anywhere.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that this is a bad decision. I mean, there's a lot of characters out there actors that played characters that are very, very iconic, and they get stuck with that character. And it's not necessarily a bad thing for you to be an iconic figure, like, for example, Mark Hamill, or, you know, just other characters, big characters are just stuck like that. Like Michael J. Fox, he's like Marty forever and ever, you know, stuff like that. So I think he hasn't had the best of luck with other roles. Like he hasn't like blown out in other big, Hollywood blockbusters. And everyone knows him as Thor. He's young. He's fit. He looks like a god. He plays a god. I think this is a good move for him. And I'm personally super excited to hear all the good news about Thor Love and Thunder, especially because Taika Waititi is coming back to it. And Chris Hemsworth said that it was brilliant. And this script is even better. So he didn't really say a lot, but he just, dropped those little nuggets there. So I cannot wait to see what the role for Thor would be in the future in the MCU. I hope that they really focus in on his mythology, because there's so much there to dig. So much, like there's different layers of it.
Yeah.
And so, he's 1,500 years old. Hopefully he lives another 1,500.
Yeah, I think that when you speak of Thor, I think you have to look at that. There isn't very many people now on the MCU, and they have to keep what they have to have some sense of like, hey, there's Thor still, to kind of keep that essence of Tony and Captain America and all them, because he was a writer with them. So he's going to be seniority, the dude. And so now, Natalie Portman's going to be playing, his opposite. Obviously they're going to bring her back, and she's going to be the She-Thor. And so there's going to be a lot of people that are be coming back. I don't see Thor going anywhere anytime soon. I'm glad that that's happening. I'm glad that Thor and Chris Hemsworth, he's happy there for now. And so we'll see what happens, man. I really, really love the fact that he's staying and that it looks like he's not going anywhere anytime soon. So, but anyway, there's some more news for our second hot topic. We're going to go right into it with Daisy Ridley Star Wars news. Anyway, I had to do that. So
sound design.
J.J. Abrams and the directors, when they were filming the Star Wars films, that they didn't really actually know who was she going to be related to. It seemed like she was going to be related at first to Obi-Wan Kenobi, then to no one, and then it ended up being Palpatine. So, spoiler alert. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, what do you think, man? What do you think about this whole J.J. Abrams, like it just spur of the moment kind of thing?
The interview that we're mentioning right now is the one in Jimmy Kimmel show. It was actually
Josh Gad.
Josh Gad was the one that interviewed her, and they're really close. You see like stuff online where they're like, playing pranks on each other and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun. I like their relationship, their friendship. But this was really a big surprise for me, sort of. And it's a little sad to hear that Daisy spoke with directors and creatives like J.J. Abrams, and she was never given a straight answer. And it looks like it wasn't because they didn't want to give her the answer. It's because they didn't know the answer. And that really leads me down a path of anger and the dark side on this, because I cannot believe that a big budget film like Star Wars, the franchise that really brought the blockbuster era into cinema, didn't have a plan from the very get-go with something so big and so ginormous like Rey's heritage. It feels like it was an afterthought. As a matter of fact, there's proof now that it was an afterthought. To see that they didn't put the love and care that the fans like myself and like Ant, like yourselves, they didn't really think it through, really pisses me off. And what it really shows is that Kathleen Kennedy really doesn't have a handle on a franchise this size. She might be good with the Jurassic Parks of the world and all of these other other budget.
Tell me how you really feel. Films,
but she does not have a handle on it. I've been the biggest defender of her for a while, and I thought for this this whole time that they really did have an idea. It doesn't look like that now. It looks like they just pulled it out of their butt. And I hate to hear this news.
Yeah, she goes on to saying that basically when she was filming, they had told her that it was going to be that one person that it was at the end of the movie, but then she got told again whilst filming The Rise of Skywalker that it may not be the person that they had told her in the beginning. Now, I feel that it's a lack of professionalism and part of J.J. Abrams. It's a lack of professionalism on the part of Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah. And it's just a lack of just loving the character and giving it the respect that it deserved to make a story that people wanted. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I wasn't a big fan that she was related to who she was related to on The Rise of Skywalker. I don't want to give more spoilers away during the video, but I do see where Rey is coming from, and she says it in such a laughable kind of way that also kind of irritated me, because I feel like it's almost not taken in a way where they're really taking it seriously. It's almost being done in a way where she feels like, oh, it's not a big deal. They told me during the shoot, I didn't know what was going on, because in the beginning, like I said, we all thought it was going to be Obi-Wan. Mm-hmm. I personally wanted her to be related to Obi-Wan. And so then it, on The Last Jedi, it turns out that it was something else. And then on The Rise of Skywalker, we get the definitive. Yes, I am angry, but more than anything, I feel disappointed. I feel disappointed in people like J.J. Abrams that I hold him so high in regards as his directing, his script, his storytelling, and the fact that they weren't able to come up with the story or a definitive answer of who this character Rey was related to, because they knew that this was one of the biggest things that Star Wars fans would care about. Yeah. And so the fact that they didn't have something solidified makes me angry.
The thing is that it's not about it's not a JJ's fault. Like, Kathleen Kennedy allowed that to happen, and as a producer, executive producer, she ran with it. She ran with the uncertainty of Rey, and that didn't hold weight on the storytelling. And this is the problem. This is the problem that the saga had, is that they had no balls for the name or the heritage of Rey, and that affected their story. They were all over the place towards the end. That's why the Rise of Skywalker is so rushed. If they would have just stick to their guns with Force Awakens, or just even readjusted and ran with whatever Rian Johnson did, they would have had a cohesive story. But now everyone knows that they just didn't know what the hell they were doing, and they just didn't have the cojones for it.
I tend to disagree with you on that, because I feel
it's Kathleen Kennedy's fault, dude. Because it's not JJ's fault.
Because I feel like they already didn't know what they were going to do, even in The Last Jedi. And it looks like she's saying that it was like that, even in The Last Jedi, even in probably The Force Awakens, they didn't know who she was going to be related to. The fact of the matter is that when they did the Last Jedi, and they told her story the way that they did, and they made us feel or made us think something, I felt like, wait, but all this time they've been making it seem, and then even afterwards, you still don't believe it. Yeah. And then it turns out to be something else. So I personally believe that, yes, you're right. It's Kathleen Kennedy's fault. But I also think that J.J. Abrams didn't have a hold on what the film was going to be, or who she was going to be related to from the get-go. And because they didn't know that, I really don't
remember. JJ came on at the very end of the trilogy, and he wasn't supposed to close it out. It was freaking Jurassic World dude. Oh shoot,
Matt Reeves, or who was it?
What's his name?
I don't remember.
The dude from Jurassic World. Anyway, you guys know who I'm talking about. The dude was supposed to be doing.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he didn't. He bailed out. He got fired, and now they brought in JJ. Exactly. And so it's. Oh my God, this pisses me off so much, guys. Like,
you know what? I don't blame you, man. It is a disappointment. Like I said, it kind of takes away from the allure. And I already felt like it was all over the place, that story. Yeah. So I knew that there was something going on. I'm really happy that Daisy, though, came out and told the truth. Although I didn't like how nonchalant she said it. Like, it doesn't matter. And it does matter for people that love this trilogy as much as we do. So I hope that
she's getting heat for that, for sure.
I'm sure she is. Yeah, dude, they're gonna tell her something. I'm sure she got a bunch of emails about it. Yeah. But I get you, man. I understand. I totally get you. But anyways, that's the way it is in the movies.
Go on to Stream and Chill.
Let's get it.
It's been a while since we've done this. We've had a few reviews, so go ahead and check us out on our channel. Go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and give the links in the bottom. Please go ahead and check it out. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do Stream and Chill.
Let's do Stream and Chill. For my week of Stream and Chill, I just got introduced to this really, really funny improv show, and it's called Middleditch and Schwartz on Netflix, guys. I got this show recommended to me by a friend of mine, and I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And finally, I was at a friend's house, and me and them we watched it together. And what this show's premise is basically it's two guys, Middleditch and Schwartz. Okay. And they're on top of a stage and they interact with the audience. They pick a set of people that are sitting down and they basically talk to them and get to know them a bit. And they find out their story, how they became friends, why they were married. You guys are friends. How did you guys, become friends? And so they start telling their story about their lives and things like that, right? What these guys do is that they act like those people and create their own stories. And it's just them two basically acting what they just got told by them. And so they start using a bunch of their names and the situations and they make them funny. They make them so funny. And it gets all the audience riled up. And they do it, guys, for about an hour.
What?
They do it they're just going and going and going and going and going. And I'm like, wait,
improv,
dude,
right? Just a bunch of improv.
It's just a bunch of improv. So they see the stupidest things sometimes, but it's hilarious. And you have to have skill to do that, man. Yeah. These guys, just anything they say to me was really funny. So check it out, guys. It's really funny. You guys have a good time.
Where's it at?
It's called Middleditch and Schwartz on Netflix.
Oh, Netflix. Okay, cool. Anyways. Yeah, we should actually do that with us. Like, that would be interesting improv to retell our story. I think it would be funny. Anyway,
I don't know if I can do it for an hour.
No, not us. We can't improv. Well, I don't know. Anyway, let's go on to my pick. It is called Raised by Wolves. HBO Max, guys. I'm telling you, HBO Max keeps on delivering, dude.
Keeps giving on giving.
HBO Max has released this series a few weeks ago. It's a sci-fi dystopian future telling of an original story. And dude, it has some of the most amazing visuals that I've seen in a show for a very long time. The creativity of like the storytelling, of like giving you a little bit, but also piquing your interest, and you're like not really understanding the story until towards the end of every episode is really dope. The cool thing about the whole thing is that it's super sci-fi, guys, and the producer is Ridley Scott. It has Prometheus written all over it, the feel of it. I'm telling you guys, I know some of you guys do like Prometheus. I know I'm a huge fan of Prometheus and aliens and stuff like that. It has a lot of feels to it. I'm telling you, if you like sci-fi and you like a little bit of violence, I think this show will be right for you. I want to give out a little bit, not too much, mostly because I don't know all the story yet. They release stories, episodes every Thursday. So stick around for that. I might talk about it a little bit more towards the end when the series ends, just to give you my review on it. So it's really great, guys. Watch it.
Well, guys, there it is. Raising Wolves. This is the first time I hear about it, but it looks
really Scott, bro.
Super interesting. I definitely want to check it out. But
yeah,
we will see. Anyway, guys, we really would like to know what you guys think about all the topics that we hit on today. And so we really appreciate all the likes and all the comments. Guys, please let us know what you guys think, what you guys want us to talk about as well, whenever you guys feel like commenting on the bottom right there. Yeah, anyway, other than that, me and Ish, like always, and as always, stay
movie minded.
Movie minded.
Peace, guys.
Whoa.